hey, I went to EOF in Rutgers.
Yeah.
And Leo in Seton Hall. I got in, and
That's
I was
funny.
like, my dad was like, hey, listen, because my older brother was like, hey, you changed careers like 600 times already. You can't go become an attorney and change careers. It's a disaster.
Yeah.
You know, the opportunity cost of going to law school, you're not going to be working, you're not going to be making money.
Yeah.
And then you're going to have all this debt. You better make sure. So I was like a little nervous about doing it. My dad sat me down and was like, you ready to do this? I got your back. Like straight up.
Damn, bro.
I got your back.
Life-giving, man.
Yeah, like, yo, go do this. I want you to do this. Because he always wanted one of his children to be a doctor or a lawyer. Like,
Of course.
So,
But what did Dad do? Because he obviously laid a foundation for you guys, gave you all the tools. How did he make himself? Because obviously, it's life changing when a stable man, formative man in your
Nothing
life,
like it.
says, "Yo, I got your back."
Yeah.
And most men, even still to this day, are lacking some of that. That's bringing them to greater places of success and stability. So, what did he do? And obviously, I know he paved the foundation for you guys to build even better for your generation.
So he started selling, like, literally door to door, selling
Wow, that's so hard.
curtains,
Man.
bedspreads, sheets, pillowcases, and things like that.
Bro.
And then he turned that into a small little mini warehouse in Union City,
Yeah.
and he turned that into real estate. My dad owned a 60 unit in Journal Square
Oh,
on Magnolia Avenue. He owned it. My dad owned a 8 unit in Union City, a 6 unit in the Heights, and a 3 family in the Heights, all at the same time.
God bless.
And he
Beautiful.
got sick. You know, he got a little sick. I was still a little boy. My older brother was still just like in high school in Dickinson.
Yeah.
And he sold everything, just like retired. He retired early though.
That's so like it's beautiful. I tell people, you know, there's a simple side of entrepreneurship, especially in the past when things weren't as laced with so many. Now we're in a data centric world, right?
Of course.
But there's a simple side to it. It's like, man, if you could just be a faithful steward, you learn by doing. And it sounds like Pops was just astute, hardworking, diligent. He saw opportunity.
One thing that he had was vision. He was very, very knowledgeable, very like he just would predict stuff, and he was always right. It was just you don't even know it at the time when he tells you like this is what you should do or this is what's going to happen, and then you'd be like, man, how did he know that?
Bro,
He had that kind of skill.
It's so much game. Bro.
There's so much game. And he was like, go to law school, do it. I got your back. You don't have to worry about money. I still worked because I still had that entrepreneurial. You know, I needed to be independent.
You're a man,
I
yeah.
didn't want to like be like, Dad, can I get $100 for sneakers? And I'm a grown ass man.
Yeah.
It's not a good look. So I still work. I literally worked in Radio Shack and sold phones and electronics on the weekends while I was in law school.
Timestamp, Radio Shack, let's
Radio
go.
Shack. People coming in to get the battery. I'm flipping them a phone.
Let's
I'm like,
go.
all right, listen, I'm going to give you a phone right now. Because that's how we made money. We sold phones in that
That's
place.
beautiful.
So we make the money. Radio Shack made the money on the batteries.
Yeah.
We made the money on the cell phones.
On the cell phone?
Yeah, well, hey, listen, this is a time when most people didn't have cell phones.
No, it's true.
They'll come in and they'll be like, hey, listen, can I offer you a cell phone and make $50, $60 selling somebody a cell phone?
Cell phone.
So it helped me pay for my lunches, pay for parking, stuff like that.
Right.
So after law school, I worked there in Newark, and then I was like, all right, it's time to go out on my own. So my dad was one, and I just remembered the question.
Yeah.
My dad was one. My boy John, who again is the judge.
Yeah.
Now he was like, hey, listen, I got a desk right here in my office if you want to just come, just start like figuring out, because I don't know anything in the law except criminal.
Yeah.
Federal criminal. Like nobody's coming to me with a federal criminal defense case at that time. I don't have that kind of experience.
Sure.
That's big money. That's big time. So they're going to the heavier attorneys that
Of
have
course.
experience.
Have
So I wasn't going to get any business doing federal criminal defense. So I started doing like landlord tenant.
Yeah.
And then 2 months into me working side by side with John,
Sure.
John's like, hey, I got a prosecutor gig from the city of Patterson. They want me to work for the town.
Okay.
And he's like, I think I'm going to take it. I said, oh, yeah, you know, you got to do what's right for you. He's like, but if I take it, you can't work in the city of Patterson. But our office was in Patterson.
Yeah.
So I'm like, that doesn't make sense for me. I can't go to Patterson Municipal Court because now you're a prosecutor there and we can't be in the same office. So that's what kind of pushed me to, all right, now it's time to go out on my own.
Wow, okay. I
So
got
I
it.
went out on my own. This is in 2008. And that was tough.
Damn. Right after the freaking markets crashed, bro.
Yeah. I started in 2008 when real estate was at its lowest.
That's the lowest.
Yeah, it was terrible. So I didn't do real estate though. I did whatever came in the door, so to speak.
You know? Oh, I love it, bro. that grit, listen, whatever it takes to feed the family.
It was tough, but I mean, I knew the criminal stuff. The municipal court stuff wasn't difficult.
Yeah.
You know, typically municipal court, you go in there, talk to the prosecutor for a few, and you're all right. Okay. A few trials here and there.
Sure.
And then I had like real estate start coming in slowly because my cousin was a realtor, and I enjoyed real estate. Yeah. I was like, wait, first of all, I like real estate. I like looking at properties and driving around. Like, look at that house. Look at that. It's always aesthetically pleasing to the eye.
Yeah.
But when I did my first closing, that was like the moment. You know, I was like, I finally found like some happiness in what I do. Whereas the other stuff is more, it's like kind of misery.
Yeah, it's real. Yeah. I mean, when you're part of somebody's home, that's
a monumental moment.
Huge.
And to be a part of it with them, to share those moments. And I'm always linked to that first home, that first, even on the investment side, the first investment where you made, because some people, this is their living. They make money buying and selling real estate. So to be a part of that, you know, to help people make money, I was like, wow, this is different. Whereas in the criminal setting, it's usually not a good outcome.
Yeah.
You know, even personal injury, when you settle big money, you're still settling big money for someone who's, like life has changed because they got injuries. So real estate was really where I found enjoyment in what I do.
Yeah, that's really tough. So, you know, you talked about, I mean, like, it's very clear that your ability to connect with people is very likely what sets you apart, right? So in your journey and I think that's what makes people great. I mean, this is the day and age where I feel like everybody has the information. It's going to be unique people that are going to be the most successful. People who have the ability, the propensity to see people, recognize them, connect with them on some level, and really then provide the information or the service. So talk to me about, you know, what you felt like has allowed you some of your own secret sauce and superpower, and connected with clients, and how has your real estate, your practice evolved in ways that, you know, maybe you never imagined. Like, you know, obviously there's a measure of success. I can imagine you've worked with some interesting clients through the years. What did you feel like, you know, was that really got you through that to the point where it's like, this is the force, you identified this where you want to be, but man, this is how I'm actually finding success?
That's a great question. And for me, people have told me this.
Okay.
And it's fantastic to hear. Like, man, I just didn't know that you were like so down to earth. That you're so easy to talk to. I don't want anyone to feel like I'm their attorney when I get on the phone with them in our first initial consultation.
Yeah.
Although I want them to know that, hey, I got your back.
Sure.
You don't have to worry about this contract. I will make sure that nothing's going to go wrong for you.
Excellent.
I'm going to protect you in this transaction. I know it's the biggest transaction in life. There's a lot of anxiety. There's a lot of money on the line. And I always tell my clients this every single time. Recently, this isn't something I've done for 10 years or so.
Yeah.
But I learned over the years, so many people get so anxious, so nervous, so worked up about it that they ruin the moment for themselves. Don't ruin this. This is the first time you're ever going to be a first-time home buyer. Let's have fun with this. Let's make this memorable.
That's
so
good.
I think
you over there sliding in the realtor space just because you have so much experience, which that's when people go crazy.
For me, it's just being me.
But it's good to hear that.
It's just being me. I don't want them to feel like I give them my cell phone number.
Yeah.
And look, if you're going to text me at 12:30 at night on a Friday, I'm probably not going to respond.
Big facts.
Right? But if you're going to text me at 5:30 and I see it, I'm not going to ignore you because I'm an attorney and I can't respond to you after business hours. Like, people need us. They need the service. So I give them a high level of service, and I just try to be down to earth because I don't take that word back. Try. I'm down to earth. I don't have to try. Yeah. I'm just me. I'm a hardworking guy. I'm an attorney. It doesn't make me better than the client sitting right next to me who I don't know what he does. Yeah. He could be much more successful than me.
Sure.
Just because I got a degree doesn't make me better than him.